What is good? This is Archangel Raphael, aka Jesus, Krishna, Muhammad, Buddha, Shiva, as well as other known deities such as Abraham's bosom and etc. In and out the body, as well as usual. This is the Astro Man. I never had no one to land. Unless it's with you. This is the family man stretching out my right hand. Go ahead and grab on. Let's take off together. This is the family. That's what I said, right? Okay, yeah, family man. This is the only universal constant. Doctors change. I never had no one to blame. Always took a stand up for what the fuck I ain't. Okay, so yeah, as God married to the universe, as life married to karma, I'm here to tell you and teach you, remind you that you are God, I am God. We are not separate from God. We individually and collectively make up what God is. We are God. So that being said, this video is about why you should never ever do anything in your might or your power to bring someone down karmically. This is why, because you're not the judge, God is. This is what everything is aligning in this video to express, because it's gonna be perfect. And every single video, if you're a newcomer, has his own purpose, his own like it's like a whole movie. Every video is entirely original and unique. So go ahead and go watch that shit if you haven't. So this right here is to just kind of clear up the air about a lot of things. You know, I don't say the shit I say because I think that I am God. I know us all together doing the spiritual work we do and we were summoned here, us archangels, descendants of the fucking seraphim, which is the highest class of angels that religious ideologies want to describe. Here's why. Here's how I know shit. Here's what I know, why I know, and this is why the fuck I say it. So, if we're not unified together, helping each other, how could we all even be the fucking entities that we are? How could we be these great, good, shining stars that we are? How could we do any of that, right? So this is why you don't want to bring others down karmically, because you want to leave it up to God. Because God will ultimately serve you when you serve God. This is how it works. It's like this mutual relationship. And when it happens like this, right? You know, you have certain friends, you have certain people you grew up with, that you have this close bond with. And if you haven't, it's because you need to do that spiritual work on your own to get there. And you need to be in that solitude, or else you'll just manifest a situation where you're reincarnating into the same level of success that you always have, but you're doomed and bound and you're fucking cursed to it. Because that level of whatever you manifested, it can only give you the material success, and it might give you a little glimpse of spiritual success, but it'll never be the full, and it'll never get you all the way there, because you're bounded to a contract that is not of God. It's not of, you know, that's why like a lot of, you know, you'll see a lot of celebrities and icons that are fucking homosexual and shit. For what reason? You know? Like, I'll literally tell you, like if you're having any sort of sexual encounters with the same gender as yourself, that is not God. And if you think you're spiritual, you're not. You're a demon. So I'm here to, you know, shout out to the whole angelic force, who were once angels or once demons becoming angels. You know, everyone has the right to change. Or angels who need to learn how to descend a little bit in order to unify and help. Because you can't call yourself an angel if you're continuing to reincarnate on this fucking one planet. And you can't even fucking go anywhere else like, you know, us archangels. So I'm here to help y'all. And shout out to the whole flight squad, all the archangels on board. Because we need each other, and we did it together. So why the fuck wouldn't we continue? Because we enter over and understand the fact that we are one. We are together. This is about love, peace, and harmony, and unification, and all of that shit. Ouch. Like, even this phone, the data prescription that the cell towers are literally right next to me outside of this fucking little inside small forest that I'm in. The rest of the shit that connects the Wi-Fi and the phone, like what we need to do is create our own shit, our own cellular devices, our own internet, our own media. Because if we keep going off demonic society to get us there, this shit is always gonna harm us and never lead us all the way to there. But there's always a solution to every problem, you know. So I don't gotta hold the phone. I created an environment, manifested it to assist me, and where I don't gotta fucking, you know, tie myself to that shit and be bonded by it. Because you don't want to be bonded by things that are not of a of a godly making, clearly. And what it means to be godly is, like all religions point to it, is to kind of clarify that. It means to be godly that this is the right bus on the right flight. Go ahead and catch it with me. Yes, it is about going with the flow. And it is about being spontaneous and natural and being yourself. You know? Like a certain point, you'll create certain, things like YouTube channels or books or fucking whatever, music, and it'll come back to you where you look at it and like you're coming into fruition, a realization that you being the center of gravitation and manifestation for that is being witnessed, even if it has no attraction of anyone looking oncomers at the moment. The faith that got twisted by demonic society, and because of their oppression, suppression, impression, and even depression, to the point where they thought that one thing was something it wasn't meant to be and shit like that. No, it's about taking the faith and applying it to your own like heart and your mind, full of capabilities of like unimaginable shit. Like, you should be looking at certain movies and TV shows that teach you how to fly, teach you how to be free, teach you how to be one with nature, of all animals, of all insects and trees and shit like that, and all plants, because that's the only way you could be in harmony with God's creation. And then you could come back to yourself and create from that and be witnessed through that, so you're not losing yourself. It's don't like at a certain point you could help and assist all the plants and insects and animals, because you could be one with them. You could take their gifts, you could take the gifts of the birds who can fly, but you're not necessarily just tied and bound to the realities that they have, because you have done certain work as a spiritual being to evolve, to bring yourself into a certain insight and fulfillment that these creatures want to work with you. But in demonic society, there's so much suppression and oppression, impression, and depression, to where you can't realize the shit. And I'm here to defeat all of that through depression, because depression is the last wave of inferiority. Depression is saying, and it's not necessarily about, everyone's inflicted by something, right? Everyone is. So suppression is the same tied to all cultures and indigenous movements. Impression is the same culture tied to all indigenous movements. Depression is and oppression, and so on. So that's not like me saying like, this is for one group of entities or beings or incarnations or reincarnations. Nah, it's like a whole demonic sphere around every nationality, every culture, and every whatever. Okay, all beings, animals, insects, trees, plants, or fucking humans, or fucking angels, which are literally light beings incarnated through light codes into a as of now it's half physical vessel, but I know how to train it to the point of getting me back to being like fully engrossed with something that's not of that, so it's like a good work. It's a great work, but I can't teach it if I can't show it. And if I can't show it, then I can't be it. And if I can't be it, then I can't ground it. And if I can't ground it, then I can't. I could go on and on with that, right? So just know that if you're doing something honest, you're doing yourself, because you can't be some judge. You can't be some lawyer without God being the judge and the lawyer. Like, the fuck? Like, you're not shit. You leave it, you do the work for God. Not God will work for you when you're watching my videos and following me, because I know how to do it and you don't. And if you think because I haven't manifested some level of, this is for you motherfuckers spiritually gifted who already have a level of power, success, you wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for you doing God's work. So I don't know where the fuck this higher throne than thouist came from, but what you like, what you need to know is you got to get on the ground. You got to sit down. You got to stand up, and you got to sit on the throne of Almighty as well. It's all in it's all one. It's not like one or the other. It's not like you're tied to one dimensional sphere, because when you are, that's when you become a half fucking demon. And since I am that as well, I'm here to I'm the only one that can show you how to fucking utilize that shit to its utmost of value within creation, to bring it in God's sphere of light, and actually make some real, like, when I start to make music and I start to make a little bit of instrumentals or whatever, when I start to sing, when I start to speak, when I start to write, when I start to draw, it's like shit that is something of straight God. You couldn't even make it up. Like, it's just that type of shit, because I put my energy work and think, and yeah, I'm gonna get you there, but at the end of the day, you gotta realize this too. If you're not coming to me, like, on a personal level, I can only do so much through the internet. I can only do so much through the internet. So yeah, I'm gonna require financial payment. Yeah, I'm gonna require lots of yeah, because this is not only my business, but this is also my work for you and the world, for God, God's witness, God's work alone. So when I come on here, it isn't for 33, 3 being multiplied twice, so that's some crucifixion or some shit, or some sacrifice. Hell no. This is for 34. This is for being so much more, not being talented about it. So when you judge and you criticize and you start to say, oh, this person's a narcissist and so on, you need to really do the work with God and say, why the fuck am I karmically bound or tied to these individuals and shit like that? Can you help me, like, ask God in that prayer, that speaking prayer, that in the internal prayer, in that self-dialogue, in that self-expression, all of that aligned. Express that and know what to do. Because you're going to start doing your actual work. You're going to start to really manifest and really make things progressive. You start to help others, start to help yourself when you're aligned with that. But you can't do it if you're sitting here, fucking bounding others and shit, talking about, oh, you're a narcissist. Oh, you're the fuck. Look in the fucking mirror. Like, that type of shit. Like, not only that, but also, like, this gift of spontaneity and freeness that I have to give you is of something of just like you, but when you start to look at me with demonic eyes, I have no choice but to pull out a fucking gun or something, like, I have no choice but to get people around me who are ready to kill you, like, for real, like you really need to do that work, like, for real, you really gotta do that work. And if you think that God's gonna protect you and shit, you better start really working with God then. You better really start, telling God, like, why did I misjudge certain people? Why did I, start talking to God, like, can you help me, judge myself? Can you help me fix myself? Even though you probably gifted me with even for you fucking celebrities and, who really got inside of some contract and shit and are literally living in some misery hell, even you, like, do that. You know what I mean? Because no matter what level of power and success you have, it'll never be enough. So it'll always be like, what's there more? So only God can get you there. And if you are in a twin flame relationship, if you are in something that is that level of, importance to you, then you give it your all to it. And if the other partner isn't on the same level and really leveling up like the way you are, then you let them the fuck go and you let them know that you're gonna become just as much of a demon as everyone else. You're gonna be just as much of a piece of shit that they are, and you're gonna do just as much of the wrong shit that they do, if not times 10. Actually, yes, times 10. Or infinity, rather. But infinity times 10, 1 in alignment. 10 is like the whole, surrounding, is the whole completion of that. So, anyways, you know what I mean. So when you create the right environment for yourself and you manifest it, you're going to be able to, you can speak, you can really work, you can really get in the right energy, because when you're surrounded by these karmic individuals and ties, you'll know what to do when you're working with God. You'll know how to move in alignment into fruition and really create something that can be justified and heavenly. And God will work for you at that point. He'll help. God will work with you to really make it happen. Some new sphere realities. The people that you love who are probably gifted to you, through the spiritual realm before you incarnated, they're with you down here in the incarnation to do the same work. So it'll be like that, mutual ties and relationships and bonds that you'll have as well to assist you, that God gave you at the end of the day as well, So all of you lame motherfuckers talking about, you know, this is what it really means to be lame. To think that you wanna say that someone is saying something wrong because they're standing in some power and light that you could never ever get to, because whatever the fuck you got to because of God's will. But because this person got through it to God's will as well, and they're your superior, you don't want to acknowledge that greatness. You don't want to say, oh, you know what, this person is right. But matter of fact, you're also wrong too, and you can make that slight correction into their energy and assist them to really come into that full divination and not half-ass anything. That's good. That's greatness. That's what I love. So if you have someone, a partner who's in life, who's, you know, your divine counterpart who's like that for you, I applaud you. Thank you so much for being yourself. Thank you so much for doing your work, because to me, I'm on the thin line of walking it always. You know, I'm always the solo, you know, like solo man. I'm always at, you know, the thin line of walking. I'm always fucking doing that shit. So, you know, like, I don't want to come on every video and talk about, oh, I'm also Solomon, I'm also this, I'm also that. Nah, I only give you the little bare minimum of fucking entities that y'all spoke about, thinking that it's something it's not, and demonizing it to the point of you wanna go ahead and destroy that thing. That's why I say the fucking names and the terms and those entities that I do, is so you get the point that, yes, that energy that you created and that intellectual superiority and all of those forms of enlightenment, that and the fulfillment in that has come from and to me, for the reason alone that I can guide you to there, no one else can. And when I say that, my archangels who work with me and follow me can as well. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely can, because they're around my energy. They know me. They feel me. They work with me. They support me. They follow me. They assist me in every single way and form. So I don't gotta sit here and pretend like I'm some lonely sphere of reality doing it all alone. No, we incarnated together and we're gonna leave here together. That's the shit I'm on. It's the flight squad and the angelic force, or it's fucking nothing. Whatever the fuck's, you know, soul society or fucking, you know, fucking Masonic temple or some cult gathering that you can make up and fathom, that shit is mine. And you better come to me and make it mine, or else, like, this isn't no cult. This is a civilization. This is about individualization. This is about, you know, self-assurement. This is about empowerment. This is about healing. This is about doing the fucking proper God's work that can literally be every celebrity, that could be every entity, that could be every divine orchestra fucking creation, period. It won't come through anyone else but me, Archangel Raphael. If you want to sit here and tie every single archangel or whatever the fuck to one sphere of dimension, then you're going to hell for sure, because I'm not just about the healing either. I am for the healing, but I'm not just about that. It's not just like, oh, Archangel Raphael is the only one that heals. No, fuck no. If it wasn't for the archangels, I would have never healed other archangels. I would have never healed. And if it wasn't for me, the other archangels would have never had any strength. Never had any fucking wisdom or knowledge to begin with. So, whatever the fuck. It's like we're all just interconnected and tied. But, you know, I incarnated in the most indigenous fucking manifestation, a vessel, so you could get that point and get it all the way across, not just hang it up on a cross, you fucking demon. If you're even thinking like that, you oughta, for all, I hope you watch this video too, because I'm probably not gonna, it's not gonna come a point in time or space where I'm gonna repeat this shit the way that I do now. I hope you watch this video. I hope you realize that every single video was that important. I hope this video gets through your stupid ass little brain that if you are in that energy, you need to hang yourself on a ceiling fan. Make sure it's strong enough to hold you up to. Make sure everything, make sure it's turned on so it's spinning. That way, if anyone walks in the room and they see you hanging on the fucking ceiling fan, you're spinning around, and you look kind of funny, they could get a laugh out of it. You piece of shit. Like, that type of shit. And that goes for all you demons who try to lie and put an archangel of that in a time and space that they, okay, it might have been divine God's orchestration. I'll leave it up to that. But you're at the end of the day, you're still gonna, whatever, you know, like, if you're going back to those things, if it's not God, then it's not nothing. Like, it's always got to be God. That's the point, okay? That's the point. Because no matter what I'm putting in, God's always gonna help me. God's always gonna assist me. God's always gonna get me out. God's always gonna pull me forward. You know, I'm always gonna be evolving. I'm always gonna be greater than I was yesterday. I'm always gonna be the goodness that I emanate 24/7. That's never gonna change, you piece of shit. Yeah, I speak the way I do. Don't mind it, demon. If you're Archangel, you really feel me like, yeah. Let's go, Archangel Raphael. You know what the fuck it is. That's what it's about. Not trying to prevent me or stop me or make me look bad or trying to make me whatever the fuck that you want me to be, because you can't help me move forward in your light. You gotta go ahead and get demonic knowledge and shit to assist you with godly shit. Like, no, fuck no. When you're truly working with God, God will let you know every demonic power out there. God will infuriate you and ignite you with all that demonic power, because you're a true angel, an archangel at that. And yeah, like I said before, someone's gonna take my shoes. For that someone who will take my shoes, you better be the closest one to me. That's all I'm gonna say. But I don't look at it like that. I don't view it like that, you know? Because, like, in other spheres of reality, other planets, there is no Archangel Raphael. There is no Uriel. There is no Michael. There is no Gabriel. There is no fucking Jophiel or none of that shit. There's no Ariel. There is no, what's his name? Ragiel or, you know, Camuel or none of that shit. You know? So y'all just chose names to summon us and shit like that. I get it. I know what's going on. That's why I speak the way I do. That's why in every video I introduce myself with all the other entities, the main priority ones that y'all want to go ahead and demonize. I'm going to let you know they're going to be all the demons and all the angels at that too. All of those entities. They're going to be every demon that you could possibly fathom in your mind or creation. They're going to be every angel. They're going to be every single thing. That doesn't mean they're wicked, they're cruel, they're unjust, they're doing wrong. None of that shit. Hell no. What the fuck? It's not about that at all. It's just about the power in it, you know? You think the power only goes to demons. You think the power only goes to angels. Nah. Archangels who descendants of the seraphim, you know, riding in our fucking stallion, cherubim shit, you know, fucking winning to glory. And if you think it's not about going to war either, yes it is. And if you think it's all about war, no it ain't. So yeah, obviously it's that duality, light and darkness. It's obviously about life and death. It's obviously about both. It's obviously about unification and having the balance and the centerment. Obviously, you know, the fucking Libra Ascendant over here. Libra Ascendant over here was gonna make sure that shit happens, weighing the scales in the middle. You know, center point of all the archangels, main character, bitch. But I'm the look, baby, we're all main characters. Okay, that's the point. And I'm gonna be the only archangel to let you feel that way, let you know that, let you accept that, let you shine in that divinity. Ain't no other archangel gonna do that. They're gonna try to put you down. Now that they watched this video, not that they heard me out, they ain't gonna do that shit no more. I'll tell you that much. Again, follow me, work with me, help me. Like, come on, I need help. I need followers. Not like I'm not a follower. I will follow you to the bitter end, to the death of it all. I will as well. But you need to follow me because you need to know where that demonic knowledge came from. As, oh yeah, you don't want to have a leader because so and so. No, it's about having the right leader for the right thing, for the right, you know, we're all gifts and talents of something entirely original and unique that no one else can do. That's the point. So, Rite flight music, Rite flight station coming soon. Stay tuned. You know, great music to change everything, to help everything. And you're not alone. But when you're with me, once you realize and you are actually not alone, then it's time to work alone. Cause then you're never gonna feel alone. You're never gonna be alone. So you're naturally gonna accept it. Like, okay, yeah, now I can be alone. Now I can be solitude. Now I can work on the things I'm supposed to. Yes, that's how it's supposed to work. Not the other way around. Even if it was the other way around, that's because you karmically have to do some work or whatever to come to the right way of it. Now I made this video for the whole universes and the fucking galaxies and the fucking worlds and shit. Now clearly I moved things forward. No, thank you. You're welcome. Peace, love, and enlightenment, health, wealth, and abundance. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. Be well. Be more thou. If you're a man watching this video, I'm here to lead you the right way, not the wrong way. If you're a woman watching this video, I'm here to teach you how to take the throne of God, aka my motherfucking dick. Okay. So, you know what I mean? Like, quick flash. All right, so so all superheroes are everything aligned. I know I don't want to get banned off YouTube for shit I do. So when I get full body tattoos, you'll see them on my penis as well. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ban me for that. That's just gonna hurt too, I know. But listen, you got what it takes in you. Clearly, every video is like more advanced and more better than before. So stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be amazing. Stay tuned for the first song album that drops. It's gonna be. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be even more. What the fuck? It's gonna be like, what? No one else can. Yeah. All right. But I'm gonna show you how to do it too. That's why I love you. All right. So. See ya. You couldn't do it without me, but I couldn't do it without you either. Remember that, okay?